Hi, this is Pam from Heart of Texas. I want to show you our new cruise line ship kit that we will be having at CKC, and after the shows in September they'll be available online. This is one that's about 6 by 12 inches long that comes complete with your paper and everything in it. I just want to show you some of the things that we do inside. And this is your cover, and on the inside is just the first page. This is the story starts here, and this is a waterfall book. And if you can see, if you let me zoom down a little bit again. This is the gull right here. Flap or beak holds these flaps closed or open, closed, so that you can see that they'll stay. And if you don't do that, then they just flap and they get in the way and they get bent when this is opened. But this is the cover, inside cover page, and this uses a waterfall, and we use what we call structure strips. I think my friend Gentleman Jim, made up that word or invented that word or uses that word for making these things have structure, which enables you to join pieces of things together. And this is the structure strip right here. You can see there where it goes onto this one, and you probably can't see it too well, but it goes over onto the next page, and it's scored right down the middle. And this is what gives you the ability to join pieces of paper or chipboard without anything else. And I'll show you that before the video is over, of just an example how to do it. And this is page 1, and it has a space for a large picture here, and this is another mini. There's a lot of pictures that you can get in here. This is washi tape, and there's a little enamel dot that has a pop dot just over here on this side, and the other side's just raised a little, so you can open your flap and close it when you're ready. And this opens like this, a spot for journaling or stamps or something else, whatever you want to use. And this is the back of the first page, and it has a picture frame that you can put a small picture in. This is just another flap that opens and closes right here. This is page 2. Again, space for a large picture. This says life is pretty amazing. This just uses stickers and strips from the cardstock that you can cut. And again, it uses the same thing. It's going to use a structure strip, which the paper's cut into, this would be one section that's cut, and this section right here would be one long section. And so they're scored at different dimensions, which is in the kit. And that allows this waterfall or cascading look all the way down. And to join them, we use a structure strip. Right here, you can see this one a little better. This is about probably an inch, and it's scored in half. And then you score tape on both sides to fit it so that it keeps it together. This is another one here that has a flap that opens, panel that opens this way and this way. So there's a lot of pictures there. This is probably the most fun one. This one opens up this way, and when you complete the kit, you want to make sure that you open it, fix it so that it pulls to the top like this, and then pulls to the bottom like this. This right here are two separate panels. This is one, and this is one up here. So they're just attached to the base page, just right at, so the two seams meet like this, so that when you fold it up, they're scored, I think, every 2 inches, that it makes a fold out that's going to open up both ways. And then you have some ribbon that you just tie the closure using this bow. Maybe you do. I don't know. Okay, there we go. And this is the third page. It has 3 large tags in this pocket, and you can see they're Nice and large. And this is a banner strip that we use. So you can just stick them in here. Plus you have plenty of room for other photos. There are more tags if you want to add those. I just use the tab punch. You can use whatever you choose, whichever tab punch you like to use. This is the next page. It has a photo mat and a strip of the paper. It has another photo frame to put a small photo frame. I think probably a 3x4. This is the back page. I hear my dogs barking. And this opens up again for 4x6 photos. This is just a sticker that says this is awesome. And then the back is just plain done. Again, this is the cruise ship album that we'll have for sale at CKC. And I forgot to say that on the anchor, I just used Wild Honey Distress Stain and some glossy accents. You can tie a little rope around it. Was going to and then glued it down before. I forgot it before, and after I remembered, I decided I didn't want to do it anymore. It's too much trouble. So again, this is the story. Starts here, the gull. You attach this part from here down with foam dots and leave his neck and his head unglued so that it can slip in and out like this. This one has a place for a large picture. Has an enamel dot here that is the closure for this. And this is their opening here. This one is Life is Pretty Amazing, and it has just a waterfall, just some strips of paper and some stickers that are in the sheet. So it's 4 pages here. And again, it has a structure strip on it. This is the Love This Moment. I've actually taken photos and split them in two so that the two pictures go here and the photos cut in half right at this point. You just want to make sure you don't cut it in somebody's nose or eyes. Just kind of picture where you're going to cut it before you cut it. And this is the tag page with 3 large tags. And this is the photo mat page, a small photo frame. And the last page is This Says An Adventure is Worthwhile in Itself by Amelia Earhart. My husband asked me why I had an airplane on a ship, and it's not the airplane, it's the quote, so, and who it was by. This is another photo matting or mini book, and this is awesome here. To apply all the letters and things like that, I use this, I think it's Martha Stewart ballpoint tip glue pen. It's kind of dirty, it looks like it's been used a lot. But you can get them at your local scrapbook store. I love it because it has a really fine pen and the glue doesn't dry out, and it's great for those letters that you use. This is the structure strip that I want to show you today how we use the structure strips. This is what Gentleman Jim calls them in the cruise book and on some of the other albums that I do. This is just a piece of cardstock. Depends on how big your structure strip you need, but this one's about 3/4 of an inch, and it's just folded in half or scored in half, and then score tape on either side. Sometimes it requires it to be on the inside, some on the front and some on the back, but for this purpose it's just going to be on either side. Score tape's probably, or red line's probably the best thing to use. Glue usually doesn't do as well because it runs and it gets messy. So we're going to have 2 pieces of paper, cardstock, whatever you want to use, and we're going to say that we want to put a strip, the structure strip here, and we want to make this so this sits on top of it but yet opens up, or to the side of it and opens up this way. So we've scored it and we've burnished it. varnished your score tape down so that it'll stick good. Just peel it off one side and stick it on this. You want to stick it close to the edge, and I know this would be normally, my dogs are barking now, the entire length of this. And just glue it down. Maybe they'll be quiet now. Right. So we have it here, and now we have this just right on the edge so that this doesn't overlap, but it's just right up on the edge. Yeah, just tiny little hair. And then the next one, we'll just peel this off, like so, and do the same thing. Just stick it right up here on the. You don't want to get in the score line because that won't leave it some room to open. So just put it on and then burnish it down and burnish this side down. Obviously, your structure strips would be the same size, but once you do that, you have one that opens and it closes, and the better work. And you can see that it's pretty sturdy in here. So you could just keep layering this as much as you wanted your book to open, which is what we did on this. And let's hope this pulls it in. There we go. We just kept, these are 2 sheets of paper, too long, like say 12 by 4, and then we're scored at different intervals to allow for the waterfall effect. So this one page, which is 4 by 12, and this is one page from here to here is 4 by 12, but they're scored at different widths or distances from the outside. That's what gives them the waterfall look. And right here is just the one structure strip that you need to join these 2 pieces of paper here and here and make them complete. You don't need one on here because it's already glued down to that side. This is another way that we use them. This is a box to hold tape and stuff that I'm making, and you can see how I used the structure strips on this, oops, just to get the box. This box is all these pieces like this in here, and I just glued some structure strips that were long strips, and I just cut them to fit in here so that when the box is finished, it looks like this, and it's covered and you don't see the strips anymore. It's just a covered box to hold tape and things. So that's how you use structure strips. Thanks.